Well, I got a new song. I learned it actually yesterday. Some people say a man is made out of mud. Poor man made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bones. Well, I know we can back that strong. You lose 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, the sun didn't shine. Picked up my shovel, I walked to the mine. Load 16 tons of number 9 coal. The store boss said, well, bless my soul, you lose 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. And Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting in trouble on my middle name. Raised in a cornbreak by my mama lion. Ain't no hot-tongued woman gonna toe that line. You know, 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. And Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You lose 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. So I picked that one yesterday to play for Country Day, Tennessee Ernie Ford. And while I was doing it, actually it wasn't until this morning that I was thinking about doing it again. And I remembered this thing that happened at the Mission Ranch in Carmel. And this is well, you know, it was really strange. So there's this guy that was a friend of Clint Eastwood, owned the place. And he was a high school buddy. His name was Jim. And he would come in, he was a singer. And he loved to sing, and 16 Tons was one of the songs that he sang. So one night, he was doing 16 Tons. Now, earlier in the evening, maybe a half hour before, or something like that, I'm playing, and the piano is set up so that you can see out of the whole crowd where they're having dinner. And the people are coming in this way through the front door, and they got to walk right past the piano bar, and then they go sit down. So there's an alcove where people wait to come in. So I'm always checking out the crowd because I want to see who's coming in. I get a feeling for what kind of music they like. And, you just get a hit from somebody, whether they want country or opera or whatever, So I'm just scanning the crowd while I'm doing my thing. And all of a sudden, I'm looking over there, and there's a guy in a suit, 3-piece suit, all tucked up, and all this kind of standing straight as could be. And he's just standing there. He's not waiting to come in. He's just standing there. So I see, and it's kind of like, okay, he doesn't look like it's not a threat or anything. He's 3-piece suit standing there. And I'm looking out over the crowd, and I notice in the back, all of a sudden I see there's another guy. And he's got a 3-piece suit on, tie, the whole thing. And he's just standing there on the other side of the bar. So now I got the guy over there and the guy over there. So I'm getting a feeling something's happening, but I haven't a clue. The next thing I know, this crowd of people come in, just about 8 or 10 senior citizens, shall we say. And they come in, and I didn't realize they were setting a table up right in the middle of the place. They never set up a table like that. They set up a table right in front of the piano bar. It's like for like about 8 or 10 people. And they all sit around the table. But this is Carmel. They didn't look that different than everybody else that comes in, but they didn't quite have the same party atmosphere. Meantime, the guy's standing there, and the guy's standing there. And I'm looking, I can't figure out what's going on. You know, I'm just looking, and I'm doing my thing and playing. Like I said, at one point, while this was happening, Jim Freeman, I won't mention his name. Jim was singing Tennessee Ernie Ford song. So I don't know exactly what hit me, but all of a sudden I'm looking there, and the first person I recognized was Betty Ford. I thought about that afterwards. That was kind of, because I was looking straight at Gerald Ford, because he was sitting right at the head of the table, practically looking right at me. And his wife was sitting right next to him, and I looked at her, and I caught her profile, and I was thinking of Jim singing Tennessee Ernie Ford, and it just hit me. That was Betty Ford. And then next thing I know, I realize I'm looking at Gerald Ford. And I found out afterwards that one of those guys that was sitting there was a Supreme Court justice. I don't know which one, but he was one of them. One of the funniest parts of the night was that during the evening, at one point, Clint Eastwood walked over to say hello, and Gerald Ford got up, you know, because he's a polite guy, or he was a polite guy. But it just kind of, you know, it tickled me a little bit, you know. He was the President of the United States. So that was my Gerald Ford, Betty Ford, Tennessee Ernie Ford story.